So I will give you the chance to introduce yourself
Okay.
to the audience. Who are you?
Well, my name is Paulette Rolle-Alesnik, and I'm just excited to be here talking about leadership, talking about finances, talking about funding your dream, your vision, nonprofit, whatever. That's up my alley. So thank you for having me.
Okay, thank you so much. So we're gonna have fun tonight, huh?
Yes, yeah. Let's keep it up. Let's keep it big. Let's get this thing. Let's get people excited about learning how to fund their ministry and their nonprofit. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So tonight we have we have a very hot topic tonight. So I know you will do the best you can to to teach those people who's watching you right now what is the best way to um, finance the ministry through the community. So as we know that Jesus Christ before leaving the earth, he entrusted us, all of us, with the mission to go and make disciples of all nations, of the nations. And he also promised that, that he will send the comforter for us, which is the Holy Ghost. And as we
Mhm.
see the Holy Ghost, he give us all kind of variety of gift and everything. And when you use the gift that the Holy Ghost give you, so you're gonna make a ministry. So and then so we work in the ministry because we got the Holy Ghost gift, and also so when we use that gift, it become ministry. So the gospel that we have received from Christ, He has given us like freely. So the means which is to spread that gospel, they're not free. So how? So let's back to our topic tonight. Um, you know, finance your ministry through our community. How? We will be in order to spread that gospel, we need the money, the means to spread that gospel, so you need the money. So how you think that we can find money to finance the ministry that God or through the Holy Ghost gave us to spread this gospel from Jesus Christ?
Wonderful, wonderful question. So before I start, I want to say that I love how you said it, right?
Mm-hmm.
We all have a gift. We all
Yes.
have a gift, and we have a mandate to share that gift. So oftentimes the word ministry is just confined to the four walls of the church. It's confined to what am I doing in the church? What am I doing for Jesus in these doors? And
Mm-hmm.
honestly, the ministry is the destiny and calling that the Lord Jesus Christ has given you. So that could be fixing hair. The people who make my hair look good, that's ministry. There's a lady that does my eyelashes whenever I have TV appearances and stuff. To me, that's a ministry. She comes and she ministers at every event. That's ministry. And it really takes money to do that. So when we talk about finding finances to fund your ministry through the community, um, it takes money. And often sometimes it takes a lot of money, sometimes it doesn't, but it takes money. Even the Bible says in Ecclesiastes that money answereth all things. Let's go way
Yes.
back. Money answereth all things. So we need money. Let me start with this. There is a quote by
Mm-hmm.
Simon Sinek, and it says, "People don't care what you do; they care why you do it."
Mm-hmm.
And I heard that I don't remember exactly how many years ago, but when I heard that, I grabbed onto it, I held onto it, and I placed it in my heart, and it's there, it's like deeply seated, rooted in my heart, and it has become like mantra for my life. Josh.
Mm-hmm.
So when we want to find the money to fund these dreams and vision for the destiny, remember, why are you doing what you're doing? Right, not so
Mm-hmm.
much what you're doing, because the what changes all the time. For some of us, we change our jobs, we change our cities, we change our countries, but why are you doing what you're doing? So let's start there.
Okay,
When you understand the why, and you get to share that, then the how follows rather easily. Does that make sense?
that makes
So i'm,
sense.
I'm going to give us some pointers, but I want us to remember why. Ask yourself before you even ask anybody for a dime, before you ask anybody for, like, can you sponsor a cup of coffee, can you give a child a t-shirt, can you give somebody a meal, asks why you're doing this, right? And don't just say, oh, because the Bible says so, or because we want to make money. Those are the results. but find deep inside your heart, why are you doing this? And learn to share that clearly. Practice it, practice it, practice it to yourself, and share it clearly. Now, if you have pen and paper, I want you guys to write this down. Of course, some of you will watch this again, but let's start with this. Point number one, remember, in my opinion, modesty is overrated. Modesty
Modesty is
is
overrated.
overrated when it comes to charity, people. When you go, how do I find money? How do I find money? People need to know what you're doing. So modesty is overrated. You want to take pictures and you want to share your pictures. Now we can share pictures on every social media and everywhere possible. So take videos, share videos, document the process of how you're doing ABCD, whether you're doing it daily, weekly, annually, it doesn't matter. Document the process. Be organized, right? My auntie says this, you got to be organized to be recognized. So I'm not just saying take a whole bunch of dumb pictures and everything, we gave somebody a bottle of water, we fed somebody, the girls did this. No, no. Be organized and be intentional and take
Mhm.
pictures of them. Document them, because if you're gonna ask me for money, I'm gonna say, let me see what you're doing. Where can I go to see this picture? Right? So
Mhm.
document the process, video, pictures, emails, all that stuff. Be organized, be consistent, right? You
Wow.
do something 1 month and then you want to go and skip like 5 months and do it again. No, be consistent, because if you ask me for anything past $5, I want to know what you do with it. So don't be so modest, but document this stuff. The public would like to see where their money is being contributed to, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So that's point number one. Just document, 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 and put it everywhere. Be excellent. Point number two, be excellent in everything you do. Whatever you do it with all your heart and do it excellently. If you don't know how to do it excellently, learn how. There are resources out there. You can connect with us. You can connect with others. We'll teach you some ways to do things excellently. So there's no excuse, no half-baked cookies, no half-baked cake out there and expecting me to give you money towards it, right?
Mhm.
So be excellent with that. Um,
Mhm.
a couple more questions, a couple more points. I want to make sure I don't lose my notes here. Have a team.
Okay.
You
Have
know,
a
you're
team.
not have a team. You're not an island unto yourself. You can, but if you want to go fast, go alone. If you
Mhm.
want to go far, grab a team of people. So learn to partner with others and build a team, consistent team that can support the vision,
Mhm.
and have people around you who are not just good at a job, but who have caught, and I want you to hear this, people
Mhm.
who have caught the vision that you are putting into the world. Because when they catch it in their heart, it's like fire and you cannot stop that. So
Mhm.
grab a team of people around you who really has captured your heart and the vision for what you're doing. It doesn't matter what industry you're in, right? So
Mhm.
next point, divide. And this is one of those little strategic things that I learned maybe 30 years ago when I was a part of a mega church. I find that is so effective, and I hope that you get this. Divide and conquer your community, right? Sometimes people saturate one area. Oh, let's go to the businesses downtown. Oh, let's go to the wealthy people. Oh, let's go. And then you target the same people year in, year out, day in, day out, and sometimes you forget people in other part, people that you mightn't even consider, that can be so profitable, that can be an asset to what you're doing. So divide and conquer your city. I look at it like this, like the quadrant of your city: east, west, north, and south. If you had a paper and you made a square on it and you just put 4 blocks, you put east, west, north, and south, and you think of the businesses and the people in those areas that might align with the vision, with your dream, with your nonprofit, right? And you have the team. Let's go back to having a team. Have the team of people. Everybody doesn't need to go all over the place like mosquitoes and they're confused. The team of people, somebody just focus on the east side
Mhm.
and let them build relationships with the people on the east side. Does that
Wow.
make sense? Does that make
Wow.
sense? And then
Wow.
you have
Next.
team
Yes.
B. Yeah, you have team B go to the west side. and let them build relationship. Let them be the one constantly knocking on the door. Let them be the one following up. Because if you're having something in May and you start in January and you knock on that door, hey Josh, we're having something in May, Mother's Day, and we
Right.
might need support. But people are busy. They don't want to hear about stuff in May that's happening in May for January. But so you got to go back. You got to go back. You don't want a different face going all the time. You want that West Side group saying, "Hey, remember I came in January? Remember me from last year?" Right?
Hmm.
You're gonna see these people because chances are they live here, they work here, they play here, and you have those people, your team, consistently be boots on the ground on the West Side, and you repeat that on the North and the South Side. So
Wow.
I learned that, and it's been something that I've practiced now. I want to say about 30 years. I hope I'm not aging myself. I used to volunteer when I was 10.
Hmm.
So, um, so if you have a team and then you divide and conquer your city by using this quadrant, you would go so far
Okay,
in
but
getting money from the people. Go ahead.
yeah, yeah, I understand that you said that you need to be organized and be consistent and be excellent. And as you know, our Savior Jesus Christ, before he started his ministry on this earth, he gathered 12 disciples, and
Mm-hmm.
then he teach them how to preach the gospel. He teach them every day. So my question is on this: when you said organize, like be united with other groups of people, like I have a group of people to work in order to be able to deliver the vision that you have received or the gift that you have. So, what is the best way? What is the best way to gather people who got the same vision with you? As you know nowadays, so it might be hard to have people to find people that sharing your vision. How you gonna be able to do that?
How do you get people? I would say start with let them see you doing what it is you want them to do. So if you're out there in the trenches, again, people don't care what you do, why you're doing it. You're out there in the trenches, whether it's rain or shine, people stop and go, Paulette, what are you doing? Oh, I'm just digging this ditch because water fills up and then the water goes in a senior citizen drain and we don't want them to get sick. Really? That's what you're doing? I can help, right? So when they see you doing it consistently, keyword, they'll ask you and then you share the vision. And part of the point that I want to share right here is when you share your vision, learn to share it in a way that you speak to the hearts of people. Not so
Oh,
much, I'm digging this ditch because water's in the ditch, but why are you digging the ditch? End result is we want to protect the seniors from having dirty water. Now you understand that. Key point, you must learn how to teach that to
excellent.
those around you. Yeah. So as you gather the team, don't just go, hey, do this and do that. Sit with your team, sit with them
Mhm.
often, and share the vision over and over and over again. Keep it in front of you so they can run with it. So, and then you encourage them to bring people along with them, right?
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
as you get somebody on the team, it's like, do you know anybody else that might like to do this? Do you know anybody else that has a heart for this? And that's how it grows. And it might not be like firecracker, but steady, slow and steady, consistent people that you were training, you're loving, and you teach them to have ownership in what you do as well.
Hmm.
That's how you build your team. So
Oh,
they must know the vision. It must be consistent. They must see you, but they also must feel like they're a part of it. It's not, oh, Paulette is doing this, I'm helping her. But when you hear people start saying, we are doing this because you've given them the power of ownership, you've got a steady, strong team. Like we are doing this, not Josh is doing this and I'm helping her. No, we're doing this.
we're doing
And
this.
this is
It's
what we do for the
teamwork.
community.
Teamwork.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you so much. For those who's watching us, we having a great hot topic tonight. Finance your ministry through your community, huh? That's a very interesting hot topic, and I'm having fun already.
Oh, good, good, good.
Woo! There we go. And we're gonna send some greetings for our YouTubers and Facebookers. We got Tati Mesa, maybe your friend. Yeah,
Yes. Hi,
yeah,
Tati.
Tati Mesa. And also we have Brenda Bohannon.
Hi, Brenda.
We have I don't know how to say that. Okay, yeah, yeah. We have also JT Wellen.
Hi,
Yep.
JT. JT. Oh, that's cool.
That's with already. Yes, a very interesting topic tonight. How to finance your ministry to your community. So, as I said earlier, so everybody got at least one gift, and when you use your gift, it become ministry. So, so when you say ministry, so this is a very very interesting word, ministry. So, what is your thought about ministry?
I think ministry is whatever you're called to do. Ministry is very much a church word. And so people outside of church probably won't understand that. And it's a political word in some countries, the ministry of.
Hmm.
But basically, what you're here on earth to do, a part of your destiny, and that's what it is. So if you're doing this, you're doing it consistently, that is your ministry. That is your vocation unto the Lord.
Oh wow! So whatever you're doing, like a routine on a daily basis, that's your ministry. And then
Yeah, that is your
and,
ministry.
and tonight you are here tonight to teach those people how to grow the ministry through their community and
There
financially,
you
right?
go. And find the finances for it. Because you know what, Josh? People think it is
Yeah.
so hard. People think it's so hard to get money, and if you're just jumping on, I talked earlier about building a team and
Mhm.
divide and conquering your community by the quadrant, so you can forward back
Mhm.
rewind sorry, and watch that later. But it's not hard to get finances. It's really not hard to get finances. Again, if you're consistent, if you're excellent in what you do, and people see that you're serious, the money will come. The money will come. Now, to answer your question earlier, I was talking about building the team and how do you get people on board. You want to share your vision and you share it often. You share the vision often, in and out of season, people. So, for example, I do an event called I Believe in Miracles. We do something for Mother's Day, just for mom. We do the
Mhm.
homeless banquet in December. So I don't wait until December. I don't wait until the fall to talk about the needs and what we're doing. So as people see what we're doing, I'm constantly sharing the vision for that event because that is financially heavy. That event, if I had to write a check, is close to, I would say 35, 40, sometimes $50,000 according to the venue. If you were to put a price tag on that event, if we were to price the things we gave away, and that doesn't even include the volunteer hours. If
Mhm.
we were to pay those people, so you're looking at a $30,000 plus event. Nobody has ever given me a check for $30,000 for that event ever.
Wow.
But because myself and the team all year long are sharing, because people see me consistently at Hope House helping the homeless, or consistently out there, every opportunity I get in January, in February, in April, August, I'm sharing. They're like, what do you do? Why do you do this? And I share what I'm doing. I share the ministry that I have, right? Of serving the homeless with dignity. And then I share with them at the end of this conversation, I'm always sharing, oh, we have a big banquet in December, or we have a Mother's Day event. So I'm sharing consistently in and out of season. So come time when I need money, when I need blankets and socks or food or whatever, tents and or facility, I don't have to share the whole story. I simply go back and go, remember when I told you this in May? It's coming up next month. Would you be able to help me? Right?
Wow, but I
Yeah.
understand. I understand that in order for people to give you money, so they should be able to see what you do with their money because they're not gonna
Yeah.
give the money away if they can't see what you do with the money. But my thing is, since you said finance your ministry through your community, so is it the best way? Is it to go from door to doors and like, hey, I have this. As you can see the pictures, and then that's what I've been doing so far. So I need you to help me, to grow that ministry because this is what I'm doing. What is the best way to approach people and tell them that and to show them what you're doing? and then in order for them to help you out to grow your ministry, because you're doing a non-profit ministry. I know you've been doing this for a lot of years, so we have the experience. You went to Haiti, I remember you went to Haiti a
Yes,
couple
many times, many times,
times. Many
many
times.
times.
Yeah, you
We
went to Haiti,
sponsored
and
him.
yeah, you bring your team, and then I remember that that was really, 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 interested the way you have this community, these kids, and everything. So my question on this, I was like, man, she must be rich. She must have a lot of money. How she can bring all those gifts, all those toys for the kids and everything, and then she must be rich. So can you tell us tonight, for those who's watching you, where you get this money? How you do that? What is the best way to approach people and have them help you out with the ministry that you have with a non-profit organization?
The best way I feel to get money from anybody is through building relationships. There are two ways to do it.
Mhm.
Building relationships along the way.
So
It's
we're going to do it like step by step, because
def-
I know people already take, they get the pen and notepad and everything trying to take notes. So you gotta go. So we're not going so fast on this. So you're gonna take your time to
step
explain
by
the
step.
process
Okay.
step by step. Yeah.
First, first I would say, let me back up. Be organized. First
Okay.
thing that
Yeah.
taking notes, go back to the beginning. Be organized and do it excellently. Because honestly, when you ask people for money, they want to see. How do we approach people? I start. There are two, and there's different groups of people out there.
Hmm.
So I would say build relationships along the way, and the people that you build relationships with, again, because they know why you're doing this. When the time is right, you simply ask. We have not because we ask not. We
Hmm.
simply ask because we have relationships. And there's this group of people who you don't have relationships with, right?
Right.
It can
Right.
be a stranger, it can be somebody at a gas station. I mean, who owns a gas station, somebody who owns a building you might want to use. Because we have documented, Josh, what we have done, because we have been excellent in what we have done, because we are organized, then we can send a letter to introduce ourselves and share the vision of what we're going to do with this absolute stranger.
Okay, now
So
oh, I'm sorry. So now you're talking about someone who already got the experience of, perform in the ministry. So what about those who never have any experience? So let's say, this
you're
is my
starting
first time.
brand new,
Yes,
brand new.
yeah.
Okay, so here's the thing. It's rare that people give money to strangers, and it's rare that people give money to somebody who's done nothing.
Right.
That's just reality. So if you've
Hmm.
not done anything and this is your first, you're going to do something this weekend, and you cannot fund it yourself and you want help. Be realistic and stay in your inner circle,
Hmm.
right? Stay in
Hmm.
your inner circle and ask within your circle and leverage the relationships of your inner circle. So we
Oh.
come back to having that team. I might not have it. I might not know the manager at Walmart. I might not know the manager at Publix, but who in your inner circle does? Right? There's people on the line right now that I call. I don't know the who's who, but I call them and I say, I need this, that. Can you help me? So I stay within my inner circle because
Hmm.
talk about the 6 degrees of separation. If you know six people, you know people around the world. So if
Wow.
you've never done anything excellent and you can document it, start with the six people you know who trust you. Because Josh, we got to be real. Don't ask me for money and I don't know what you're going to do with my money and I don't even know you. Come on.
Right.
You, unless you're homeless on the street and you're holding up a sign, and how much do we really give those homeless people? $1, $5, that's it. So if I don't know you and you don't have credibility and you don't have history with me, why are you asking me for money? So
Right.
what you do is you start, it's like you're gonna get this look that you don't even want to see, right? I'm just saying,
Right.
really. So you start with the people you do know
Hmm.
and you share the vision again. You come back to them but you can't, even before you ask them, you still have to be organized and you still have to be excellent, even if it's on paper. And you
Hmm.
say, this is what I like to do. Because of their trust to you, they will then connect That's them connecting to some person, somebody, and then connecting to the other person. And they will use their influence and affluence to get you what you need. So that
Wow.
is my greatest advice. Organize, be excellent. Document, in this case, document what you like to do instead of what you have done. Put it
Hmm.
in writing, sit with somebody, buy them coffee, and go, guess what? I have an idea. I have this vision. Would you help me? How can you help me? And by the time they talk to six people who can talk to six people, who can talk to six people, you can reach the highest office in the land. I'm just saying,
Wow.
you can get in the deep pockets even if you've done nothing, because money is given on based on relationship, based on connection. And let me share this on the heels of that.
Hmm.
Remember, whether you've done something or you've done nothing at all, or you've done a gazillion events. Remember reasons why people give, right? So that when you ask, asking intentionally, you're asking the right people. So here's some reasons people give. I wish if you guys know, if you think of any, put it in the chat, because I this is not an exhausted list. So people give because of tradition sometimes, right? Christmas, we just buy a gift because I don't really like you, but let me buy a gift because that's what our family does. We buy gifts, we give.
Hmm.
Obligation sometimes. You feel obligated to do something at work, to do something because somebody is poor, older than you, younger than you. We do it because of our faith and our beliefs.
Hmm.
So people are giving because I believe this is the right thing to do. The number one reason people give, though, is because of empathy and compassion.
Empathy and compassion.
So, yeah, empathy and compassion. So when you are asking anybody for money and they don't know you, go into those communities. This is, I mean, outside of your circle. Go to the circle of people who might have compassion for this cause. Breast cancer. You're doing something regarding cancer. I promise you, you can reach a stranger who has had cancer or been affected by it if you share the vision. And you know how I share, and I tell you I share in and out of season.
Hmm.
I'm always talking about my charitable event. That's not even my job. Nobody pays me to do that. I just feel called to do it. I'll be in the supermarket. I'll be shopping and I go, because this is why we do this for the homeless. Da da da. Share your vision in and out of season. Share it in and out of season all the time. Because somebody who has been homeless, who cares about homeless, they'll give you $20 and they'll go, oh, I hope this can help you. Somebody who's had breast cancer or know somebody would say, let me help you. Does that make sense?
That makes sense. That makes very
Yeah.
sense.
So it depend on your cause. It depend on why you are, your ministry, I should say, and why you need the money. Connect with that circle of people and get connected to. This sounds self. Get connected to people that could be potentially your customers or the people you're serving, right? Your community, your
Yeah. Yeah.
base.
Yeah. To wrap
So,
it up, whatever you just said. First of all, we need to get that trust, and then
mhm.
once we get that trust, and then we get this connection, and then the people show the work that the people you share the vision with the people what you're gonna do with their money, and then they will be surprised to help you. And I think that
Yeah.
this is very, very, very interesting that what you're saying. I'm so happy to be here tonight, and then having you as my guest to give
Thank
all
you.
the stuff with those people. And I think we got some friends. Um we got a Tati Mesa, as I told you earlier. We have a V Challenger. V Challenger. They're watching us on YouTube, and hi to
Oh,
everybody. Yeah, so we just gonna take like a couple seconds break. So for those who's watching us, you are watching
no.
a discussion of very, very hot topic, very interesting topic: finance your ministry through your community. So we're gonna take another break.
Don't
So
leave.
no, no, they're not gonna leave. They love you. They love us.
Oh, good.
Are you ready?
I am. I am ready. I'm ready to share more. I'm ready to
Okay.
help people figure out where the money's at because it's really
Okay.
not hard yet.
Where the money's at? Can you tell me where the money's at?
Listen, the money is in every person in the world can help your cause. So the
Okay.
money is in everybody's pocket, not one person, right? Not just the billionaires and the millionaires and the thousandaires, but the money is in every pocket of every person you meet. You want me to tell you why? What I've learned?
Okay.
I,
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Absolutely.
might be I might be preaching to the choir here, but again, go back to the why. I can't say this enough. People don't care what you do; they just care why you do it. They
Oh
just
wow.
care why you do it. So somebody who has $50 in the bank or $50 million, they all have something called a heart. Some have
Mhm.
glass heart, some have plastic heart, some have good, soft, cushy heart. But you know where the money is? The money is in your ability to share your vision. The money is in your
Say it again.
ability.
Say it again. Say it again. You're breaking up a little
I
bit.
know I speak so fast. The money is in your ability to share the vision. The money is in your ability to communicate what God has placed in your heart for your community. The money is in the community. It's like the Dollar Tree effect, the $1.25 effect. So instead of trying to get all this money from one organization, right? If you need
Mhm.
$10,000 and you're like, oh, I need $10,000, public is a big organization, or maybe you can get 1,000 people to give you $1.
Mhm.
And if you think that way, you get a lot more money, and you also might get public to give you $10,000. So now you have $20,000. But if you think the money's in their community, I want you to think about heart. I learned this years ago. Speak to your donor's heart and not to their position. So when
Wow.
you speak to your donor's heart, again, it has to be what? Remember, everybody, not everybody, that's such a general statement, but everybody don't want to do what you're doing. Everybody doesn't want to get their hands dirty, Josh, helping
Mhm.
babies, helping people with cancer, visiting somebody in a hospital, or helping the homeless. Everybody's not into that. But
Yeah.
you know what
Right.
people are, yeah, but somebody's into something. So as you share with the people, again, why you do what you're doing or why y'all are doing what you're doing, speak to their heart, not their position. Because the person who signs the check, let me go backwards. I remember in the 90s when
Mhm.
I was recruited to raise funds for a mega church. So I
Mhm.
would always go first. I would start at these big stores, right? Oh, let's go to Walmart. Let's go to Target. Let's go to Publix. Let's go to the bike place. And sometimes we would almost cry begging for money and nothing would happen.
Mhm.
And I remember one day it clicked with a gentleman who was at the desks. And the reason he gave us bicycles, he gave us bicycles because he said he remembered when he was a kid. This is like high up management in Walmart. He
Mhm.
remembered as a kid, he didn't have a bike. And but it's because I sat and I didn't say, oh, our church is doing this, blah, blah, blah. I sat and I shared a story and I said, you know what? There are a whole bunch of kids in the industry and we just want to give them bikes. These kids, some of them, the bikes are for work, the bike is for enjoyment, but some of these kids will never have a bike if you guys don't donate a bike because we don't. And that man was just drawn close. He didn't cry, but you know what I mean? It touched his heart. And
Mhm.
that was one of the pivotal points for me where I learned to speak to their heart and not their position. He had the ability to write a big check. We're
Mhm.
not 501c3, but he didn't. After five of a bunch of people went. But when we captured the heart and it connected with him, and he had that backstory of going, you know what? I didn't have a bike. And these people are here giving a bike. It's not your money, anyways. It's Walmart. And I
Right.
spoke to his heart by the grace of God, and boom, he was able to do that. And that's something I learned, and I use it all the time. Some might say it's trickery, but pens don't write check. People with the pen write checks. People with the pen do the deposit. So speak to the heart of their position, regardless, the heart of the person, rather than their position. And
Wow.
that's where you can get the money. And do it. Listen, no respect of person. Just because you think somebody can give you 10,000, don't bring your best game. and then you come in the front of somebody else who can only give you 10, and you're like, yeah, we just no. Share it all the time excellently. Have your same speech ready and do it well
Wow.
all the time.
All the
Because
time.
sometimes you might say, oh, they can only give me $25, but this person give me 25,000, and you bring your A game. Bring your A game with everybody. Because that person who has maybe just $25, again, we have the power of connection. Who can share six more people until you get more than you need.
Wow, that's good. I think you have we have some questions. Are you ready for questions? I
I
think the first
am.
question we have from Tati Mesa. She said, "How do you build a good list of contact donors when you are a shy individual? If you're a shy individual, how you can build a good list of contacts donors?
So I heard, okay, how do you deal with who?
How do you build a good list of contacts, like contacts donators, whoever gonna give.
Okay.
So
Mhm.
when you are a shy individual, if you're a shy
So
person,
yeah, so Tati, you're gonna have to learn to be unshy really quickly if you want money.
okay,
Um,
ow,
if
ow.
you're gonna be unshy, you're gonna have to like pull it out of you. But no, if you truly are shy and you don't want to face anybody, I would say in the very beginning, if you got on here early, I talked about building a team because we have different personalities. Everybody don't like asking for money. Some people don't even want to talk to people. It's just like it's fearful for them.
Yeah.
So I were you, I would try to build a mock team before you start. And you find those four different personalities on there. You find the sanguine, and I'm not going to name them because I'm going to forget. But so you have the dominant personality. You have the people who can open their mouths like me, and I have no problem asking you for the world. Like
Mhm.
it's some people think it's an insult because I ask. And like, why you think it's an insult? You have not because you ask not. I believe that, right? And there's three things you can tell me. You can tell me yes, you can tell me no, you can tell me maybe later. And I'm okay with either one because if you tell me no, I'm going to just keep going and asking till somebody tells me yes. So Tati, I would say get your team of people and find that person who is willing to go out front and ask. If you
Mhm.
don't have it, learn how to communicate very, very well in writing and reach through email or reach through just a good constructed letter, you
Mhm.
know? Because
Mhm.
somebody would say, these days people don't read long letters, but find a way to communicate your vision really well, very concise, not like me, and send it in letter form.
Oh wow, yeah, that's good. But okay, let's say you start doing your work and go to different places and get the money. So let's say you had the plan having $10,000 and you got $50,000. So
Mhm.
of course you're gonna need the skill of management. How you gonna manage this money? So do you think that if you don't have the capacity, the knowledge to manage the money, you think it's God will answer your prayer, or you think that you're gonna find the money if you don't know how to manage the money, if you don't have the
Yeah.
management skill?
Do you think that God will provide the money if you can't manage it?
Yeah.
Um, definitely. I've seen it all the time. I've seen so much mismanagement in just nonprofit and for
Hmm.
profit, right? So people with money don't always manage well. If you know you don't manage money well, you're ahead of the game. At least you know. Some people don't even know. They just keep getting money and they wonder why. But honestly, eventually, people you're gonna lose donors. They'll drop off because you're not organized and you're not doing things professionally. Um, so it comes back to getting management skill, getting management training, or partnering with somebody who can manage well.
Hmm.
Does that make sense? Does that
That
answer
means,
your question?
I mean, actually, we have a big issue in our church or whatnot. Nowadays, a lot of church, a lot of pastors, so they pretty much go to school, they go to a Bible study or to seminary.
Mhm.
They got the education of the Bible, whatever. So the thing
Yeah,
is, then they never give them a class of management. So that's
yeah,
pretty much that's pretty much the problem. So let's say you have a team that you work with, and then you are able to gather the money to raise the money. So if you don't have the knowledge of you don't the knowledge how to manage the money, so pretty much the money gonna not gonna do any better, but it's you're gonna waste the money.
Yeah.
So yeah, absolutely. But you have another question from Joe Alesnik, and
Hi, Joseph.
yeah, Joe
Go.
said, "How important are volunteers in your inner circle? How important they are, the volunteers?
Volunteers?
Yes, how important they are in your inner circle?
Oh my God, this is a man after my own heart. Volunteers are golden,
Golden.
right?
Mm-hmm.
They're golden. Honestly, Josh, almost everything I do with ministry, even for profit, because I've had companies before, I
Mm-hmm.
tapped into volunteer base because, man, the things you can do with volunteers, they can move mountains. And how you recruit volunteers really, it's again like when people see that you're doing something that they might want to be a part of and you're doing it well, they want to be on board. They want to be a part of something bigger than themselves. I know I do. Wherever
Mm-hmm.
I volunteer is because I see an organization doing something well. They're doing it better than me, or they're doing what I can't do. I'm like, oh, I want to do that. I don't want to help. So they'll partner if you're organized and you're excellent and all that stuff. Oh, I see the question. That is just
Okay.
so that is so cool. It's like I'm on YouTube live and I can see Joseph Alesnik question.
Yeah.
Yeah. So volunteers are important. Treat your volunteers well. Again, empower them to be a part of,
Mm-hmm.
empower them to take ownership. Like I'll give an example. Joseph volunteers with me.
Mm-hmm.
And when Joseph volunteers for my event, I'll say, hey, Joseph, can you take care of the photography and all the photographers? So he's like, he manages an entire area for me.
Right.
And I empower him to do that. I'm like, you're in charge of this and you help me grab volunteers. Here is his connection again. I don't seek out volunteers for photography because that's his passion, that's his ministry. I
Wow.
just partner with him. I just
Mm-hmm.
partner with him and say, I need your help. I need some quality pictures. Can you bring a team of people? Guess what? So I ask one person and he brings other people. You understand?
Right.
That's
Right.
the connection we talk about finding volunteers and
Mhm.
empowering them to feel like they're a part of something bigger than themselves. They're not working for me. Like together, they're making a difference in the community.
Wow. Wow. You see that from Rosie say great stuff, Paulette.
Thank you, Rosie. Thank you.
And also we have Tati. You say thanks, great advice.
You're welcome. You're welcome, lady.
Okay, so we're gonna take a little break together, but because I need you to breathe, I'm not gonna waste
I
you.
don't need to breathe. I'm used to talking. Did you get that video? Were you able to download the video from
um,
Sarah, Josh?
Unfortunately, I was not able to download it tonight, but I think we're gonna have we're gonna have a lot of moment together on this show, and then we will be able to share to those to our love people, our love beloved people, what we've been doing so far. Yes, so so I think you said a lot of stuff tonight, and
Mhm.
you give tons of advices how to where to get the money, the qualification. You gotta be excellent, in everything. So it is something you didn't tell yet. You want to say about how to get the money, or about the qualification, or about the connection,
Yes.
about the inner circle or outer circle.
Yes, 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 yes. I do. I want to say this.
Hmm.
This, but I tapped on volunteers because I was going to say volunteers equal money, like a lot of money. When you can't pay people to do some of the things you would need them to do. But
Hmm.
this is so key. This is key sometimes because oftentimes we need. I will use I believe in miracles as an example. Again, if when you look at the financial structure of that event, it the minimum we've done that event for is $35,000, right?
Hmm.
And like I
Hmm.
say, I don't write a $35,000 check, and nobody's given me a $35,000 check. I
Right.
use principles that I'm sharing right now to get all the things that we need, right? Whether it's artists,
Hmm.
volunteer, whether it's paint, whether it's clothes or a facility, just whatever it is. Now,
Mm-hmm.
here is one thing that people often overlook,
Mm-hmm.
and it is so key. You might need something. So
Right.
you thinking in your head, I need a check for this. I need, say, $5,000 for food.
Mm-hmm.
And you're not getting $5,000 from somewhere. Think about what you need the money for, the product versus the money. So the
Mm.
product you need versus the money. So instead of asking people for money, why don't you ask them for the product?
Oh
If that makes
wow,
sense.
that makes
Because
sense.
oftentimes we write these letters and go, we need your financial support, blah, 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 blah.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes if you say, hey, we need this, and if they give you what it is you would have used that money for anyway, it oftentimes outweigh what
Oh
somebody
wow.
written a check for. So don't negate somebody giving you that product versus writing a check, because it's something it's just easier for them to write off a product versus giving you,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah,
I've
sure.
always gotten more like the facility alone. I'll get like Steve Rosie's on this. She knows we used to host this event at university areas. And if you rented, because I have friends who've rented this entire facility, and they
Mm-hmm.
would give me the entire building plus half of another building for an entire day and a night, and allow me to store stuff. So when you think about the rental space, when you think about what it costs to rent this facility, you have to factor that in your budget, because
Wow.
these people don't open their doors, if they don't give you keys and if they don't tell their staff and if they don't say you can,
Mm-hmm.
you got to pay for it. You have
Yeah,
to pay
right.
for it, right? Um, so sometimes instead of asking for the cash, ask for the
For the
product that
product.
would have purchased, and they might give you the cash or they might just say, here's the product.
Wow.
So
Okay,
can
I think
yeah.
yeah, yeah. So there's more questions to come, but you got one over here. If you can look at the screen, from Tati Mesa. How do you build a team of people for a new project? Reaching people outside for of your friends circle of your current job environment. That's from Tati Mesa.
Okay, can y'all hear me? I look frozen.
Yeah, yeah, we can hear you. We can hear you.
I look mad. Can y'all see me?
Yeah, we can see you.
I see a mad face. So Tati, that is such a great question. um so how do you build a team of people for a new project? um and you want to reach outside if you have six friends in circle in your current job. Okay, building a team, it's building a team is easy, Tati. Building the right team is essential. So I would answer that question. I would go back to your inner circle, right? Good. We can see you. Why can't I see myself? Maybe I'm too vain. I don't want to see myself. So Tati, I would go to with this new project, and you're tired of bothering your friends. I got two places I would go. I would actually go to
Mhm.
my friend, and I would use trickery on them. I would say, hey guys, I know I'm not bothering you. It's like soft sales, right? And I'm kind of sort of good at sales. It's soft sales. So you go to your friends and you say, hey, I'm starting this project. And I know you're busy. I don't need your help, but do you know anybody that can help me? Like, hey, they're so happy to get you out of their hair. They're gonna give you like 10 suggestions. So you start again with the people you know, because people you know would do for you first, even if it means getting rid of you. So you go to your friends and you say, I'm starting this project. Hey, for example, come to me, and I might be too busy to help, but I will refer you to like five people. It's like that's easy peasy. Secondly, you you connect with communities, tribes on social media, places where that relative to this project, whatever this project is. You
Mhm.
find groups of people that have a passion for it, that are doing it already on some level or another, and you share the vision with them. If you're shy, get on social media, guys, you just start talking to the tribe. You start getting to know people on social media, and you don't have to open your mouth. They don't have to see your face, right? And you start, don't ask right away. You start building the relationship by talking about this thing that you want to do and that they're doing. Thirdly, maybe you can go and volunteer at an organization that's doing the project if it's already being done. I don't know what it is. But if
Mhm.
somebody's already doing the project, go and shadow them. And as you shadow them, do what I say all the time: share your vision, share your vision, share your heart. Hey, I love this. I love that you guys are doing this. I want to do this one day. I want it. So, for example, I believe in miracle event. There's about 10 churches right now that want me to train them to do
Mhm.
what I do because they see it. And they came, they shadowed the event, and they go, "Oh, we love what you're doing. We'd like to do this." There's no hard feelings. Like, yeah, I'll teach you how to do it. So
Wow.
go volunteer in that industry and
Mhm.
share the vision. And prayerfully, God will bring a couple of people from there, not to pull away from that, but God will bring people that will come alongside you. And now you have a new team for you. Does that answer your question?
I think Tati, is that answer your question? Yeah, I think you do best. You do the best of your ability. That's a very interested answer that you give. So we're just gonna take a couple seconds break, and then we're gonna have, after that we're gonna have 5 minutes. You're gonna summarize everything before we can end this show tonight. So we're just gonna
Okay.
take for those who's watching us, we are watching a very interesting topic that our sister Paulette, and how to finance your community, through, I mean, how to finance your ministry through your community. I think she said thanks for the answer. I think she's
Yes.
satisfied with the answer. We're just gonna take a couple seconds of a break, and then we come back, and we're gonna have 5 minutes to summarize, to wrap up everything. Yes,
Okay.
we're having fun tonight, huh?
Yes, I am. I love that jig.
Especially we're talking about money, huh?
Yes, yes.
Yes, finance your ministry through your community. Hey guys, so you are watching the Dare to Change. That's the name of the channel, and my name is Brother Josue Volny, and I'm here tonight with my special guest Paulette Alesnik, and then she's here tonight to answer this question and give us the good advices, how to finance our ministry through your community. So, if you want to summarize, if you want to wrap it up, so you have 5 minutes. So, we got 4 minutes right now. Are you ready?
I am. Yes, sir.
Okay, you can summarize for the people how
So,
to finance your ministry.
yes, first off, thank you, Josh, for having me. And thank you all for coming on and doing this vision with me. This is my first live in this way.
Right.
So, how to finance your ministry to the community? There's just maybe a couple of points I think bears repeating. I'll start with this one. The quote from Simon Sinek that says, "People don't care what you do, they simply care why you do it." So
Mhm.
learn your why, practice your why, repeat your why, share your why, repeat your why. Let people know why. Why do you have this passion for what it is you're doing? Hair, cooking, feeding homeless, fashion, anything, painting. Just constantly share your why. Share in and out of season all the time. When
Mhm.
you are asking for money or asking your donor for anything, I would say speak to their hearts, not their position, right? I hope you write that down. Speak to the heart of the
With the heart.
person, not the position because they're general manager, finance person, don't the donation coordinator. No, speak to the heart of that person because that person will connect on a level of their experience, not their job, right? Normally it's because they know somebody who's homeless, they've been homeless, they know somebody with cancer, they hurt for the children, they'll connect with you on that level. Remember, build yourself a team and attack the city. by dividing and conquering. So remember the quadrant that I gave you. The quadrant says one person doesn't have to find all the money or all the donation within the city. You divide and conquer. Like Tatiana asked about a team, build the right team. Having flesh, just having a warm body does not work, right? I've
Mhm.
told people, so many people no. Oh, we want to help, we want to do this. No, because you don't even have the vision. You don't want to learn, you don't want to think. So assembling the right team is very, very important. And teach your team the vision so that they can repeat it just like you, well, in their own way. That's very, very important, having the right team, and let your team attack the community. Some go east, some go west, some go north, some go south. And within the team, let your team build relationship with the people who have the money, right? So it doesn't always have to be you. Let the same people go to the same organization or the same people over and over again, so they're building relationships. That's important. Partnerships, right? If you can't do something or you want to do something on a larger scale, partner with somebody who is doing it or doing it better than you. And you want to partner also with, I talked about 6 degrees of separation, your inner circle. You know, 6 people who know 6 people who know 6 people, they can find the right partnership. I mentioned this in the beginning, modesty is overrated.
Modest
And
is
when
a
it comes
good.
to the Christian community, people will say, oh, God don't let people know what you're doing. The right hand shouldn't know, the left hand shouldn't know. And God don't want you to flash it out there. If your heart is pure and you know why you're doing, who cares what people are saying? So modesty is, yes, when you're giving somebody for personal reason and you're giving them a gift. I'm not going to give Tatiana a gift and say to everybody else, oh, I gave Tatiana a gift. I sent it to the massage. Do you see her hair? I paid for that. That's when the Bible says, don't blast it. But if you're doing something for charity and you're helping the community and you need help from the community, don't be modest about it. Let the community see what you're doing
What
by
you're
taking
doing.
pictures, taking videos, and documenting it so that they can see the good that you're doing, right? Don't be so shy. That stuff is for church. Get outside of there.
Okay.
And
And then
and
you have one more, 2 more seconds. Let's go.
And last but not least, remember that the money is not always in the big pockets. So instead of trying to get $10,000 from one organization, sometimes you can try to get 10,000 people to give you $1. I didn't mention my company, Lloyds and JP Investors. I have an academy, Paulette, PRA International. We teach not just for nonprofit, but we teach you how to be financially free. We teach you where to find the money. We hold your hand and we mentor you. So please check out my website. And if you want, whether you want to start a business or a ministry and you just want to know how to do money, I'm not just spitting for the sake of spitting. This is years and years of experience um, that I've gained over the years, and I want to share them with you. I failed to success. But I have great, great history in
Okay.
getting money, thousands of dollars, and I'd like to help you.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. We we learned a lot of good advices tonight. Thank you so much, Paulette. May God bless you. Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you for having me. Bye
Thank
now.
you. Bye for now. Thank you so much, guys, for watching us. So this is your brother, Joseph Only, and we have this every Saturday. Please share if you think that you find good stuff on this show. Please share to it. Every Saturday we have others, speakers. So they bring like really very inspirational, very blessing words. Thank you so much, guys, for watching, and catch you next Saturday. God bless you. Thank you. Bye bye.